He's going to tuck it and go.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd.
Se quería.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, Richardson. He'll try to run for it. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Richardson. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
Okay, ready?
Throwing is Richardson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. Richardson. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Josh Downs. Touchdown, Colts. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here we go. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And they'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. That's Juju Brents in on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here we go. They'll run a draw with Mixon. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take them down in the backfield for a loss.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. That's Charvarius Ward, able to make the play. Here's 2nd and 9.
Look to high.
Dell motioning over. Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
That's powerful running. Lowers the shoulder and picks up 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, Uno Mars.
From the gun, here's Stroud. This one caught at the 4. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mixon. He slams it in there, and he is in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Texans will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the 1st quarter. Second and a yard. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to take this past the 45, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. That's complete. Kylan Granson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Now Richardson. Quickly to the outside and complete.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
In motion comes Pittman. On 2nd down, Richardson. This throw right side, pulled in by Pittman. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And a special moment as the rookie catches his 1st NFL touchdown.
And the more they can develop this young tight end, Mike, it just gives this quarterback additional weapons, and it's just going to make this offense even more difficult to stop.
A tight end, his 1st career NFL touchdown. Do you remember yours?
Oh, man, I'll tell you, I could recall it like it was yesterday, Mike. We were up Sunday night, primetime game, Lambeau Field against Brett Favre and the Green Bay Packers. And the previous play, Brian Urlacher recovered a fumble probably around the 20, 25-yard line. Brian Greasy was our quarterback for Chicago, and the ensuing play, threw it up to the left corner of the end zone. And, Mike, guess who called the game? None other than the legendary John Madden.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Oh, right.
Stroud going to set up to throw. To the left side and caught by Schultz. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
11.
On 2nd down, Stroud. He's back to Schultz. He's got it again. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Stroud to throw here on 1st down. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's Stroud. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. Here's 3rd down and a few inches.
Tony.
Dell motioning over. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Nick Cross. And the Colts will take over at their own 14-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Throwing, Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Looking to throw, Richardson. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Oh, ready. Hey, south. Hey.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. Whoa! And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. The give to Mixon from out of the pistol. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the 1st down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
All right. Buggy. 11.
Now Stroud. That is brought in at the 10. That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
These comebacks, they require a lot of trust and timing from everybody involved. If the quarterback's a little too early, the receiver's not out of his break. But if the quarterback's a little too late, that's when disaster can strike. So give credit. Really well timed. Really nice job by both guys.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Let's go.
He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Texans. Fairbairn to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
The motion man here is Mitchell. Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think that's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half. The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Oh, he shanked it. Headed straight for the sideline. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the 2nd half in just a moment. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Could not ask for more from that First half, all even as we begin quarter number 3. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Richardson to throw it here on first down. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line. But the official signal, he's got enough for the first down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Here we go.
On play action, Richardson. That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
In motion comes Pittman. A second down throw for Richardson. Completing this one to Downs. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs. You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
From the gun on third down, Richardson.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here's first and 10.
Nike Texans.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
Why, Tony. Ow, what's that? Hi.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. He keeps it himself. The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a 1st down.
All right.
Here's a give running left with Mixon. Here's 2nd and 2.
All right.
From the gun, here's Stroud. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay bursting through to bring him down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He's got it! And he'll take it on in. Take down. Touchdown, Houston.
It's just backbreaking here. If you're the defense, you feel like you're in a really good spot. It's 3rd and pass. You understand what the offense likely has to do to convert the 1st down. They just don't do a great job of covering the receivers. And at the same point, let's give a lot of credit. Nice job by the quarterback working through his progression, getting to the right choice, and it pays off for a touchdown.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. To the left side and taken in by Downs. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Richardson to throw. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll go play action. It's Richardson. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. On 2nd down, Richardson. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Texans have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Give running right. It is Mixon. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They face 2nd down and 7.
Look the hot, look the hot. Ow, what's that? Hey.
On play action, Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Second down and 8.
Oh, hey.
Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. 3rd down coming up.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Bynum. And the Colts will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
On first down, it's Richardson. He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. This throw right side, pulled in by Pittman. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defense...
And he will score. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Indy. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
All right. Buggy. 11. Tonight.
On first down, it's Stroud. That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for, and it's going to be 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Here's Stroud. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. The Texans set to punt this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. On the return is Gould. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Here we go.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Throwing is Richardson.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback, just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
They'll run the sneak. He is going to have a Colts first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1. Out of shotgun, Richardson. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll drop to throw. That's hard. Still going. And he will score. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Colts will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
It's a pickup of 12. First down for Houston. To throw, it's Stroud. He's going to look for the home run ball. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Bynum. And the Colts will take over here just shy of the 30.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They go right back to Taylor. And he'll get this close to the first down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Indianapolis. So this one, a win for the visiting Colts. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.